Hi everybody, how are you? It's Miss Penny again. We're here to do another craft. Are you guys excited? Me too. So today we're gonna paint. What does that mean? Yes, that means put on a smock or some clothes that are okay to get dirty and cover your workspace. I'm gonna go grab one thing. Aha, that's what I meant to do. That's so funny, everybody. I actually didn't have to grab anything. I just wanted that to go off for you. Okay. Okay, you got to hear it. Exciting. So you have your smock on or your clothes that are okay to get dirty. Your table is covered or if you have a tray to work with, that would be great too. Okay, we also get to use an apple. Yay. Um, let's see. Just so you know, I am touching these apples with no gloves on. So if you plan on maybe eating half of the apple that you're not using for painting, make sure that your big person helps you wash it first, okay? Very important, because I did not. My hands are clean because I wash them all the time, but just make sure you wash it if you plan on eating half. The other half we're going to use for stamping. We're going to use an apple to make a pumpkin. What? Doesn't that sound goofy? Yes, it does, but it also sounds fun, so let's do it. We're going to make this cute little pumpkins with an apple. So let's get started. So the first thing you want to do is you want a big person to help because they're going to need a sharp knife. Okay? You're going to have this paper plate in your kit. You're going to have some orange paint in your kit. You're going to have pipe cleaners and a white piece of paper and an apple, because you need an apple. At home, you're going to want to have some glue. Oh, you're also going to have googly eyes. Those were kind of hidden on the table there. You're going to have these little googly eyes in your kit. Okay? So at home, you are going to want glue, something to cover your workspace. I think that's about it. All right. And your knife, but that's for the big person, okay? So you're going to want to take your apple, and we're going to set it up like that, and just cut it right in half. Your big person will be able to cut your apple right in half. They're going to be really careful so that they don't cut their fingers, okay? And then your apple will be in 2 pieces. You only need 1 piece for your craft, so like I said, if you wanted to eat the other half, just make sure that your big person washed it first really well, okay? Or you can use both pieces for stamping. You could use 2 hands. That would be fun too. All right, let's get started. We have our apple cut. We have, oh, you know what? You could probably use a pencil at home. You don't need it, but maybe a pencil. You could use a finger too. You'll see why. All right, so we have our apple. You can pick which half you want to use for pumpkin shapes. All right? Or both. Like I said, you could use both. Oh, something I want to show you really quick. What? Sorry, I'm going to be going in the cabinet really fast. Cabinet. So you get to see all the neat stuff in our cabinet right now. Because I am going to also grab, oh, this is open. Come on. Fast. Okay, 4. A trick. In case you didn't know this trick, hello. In case you didn't know this trick, this makes apple stamping so much easier. You take the fork and you stick it right into the apple, and now you can stamp the apple and it won't slip out of your hands. So much easier. Yes. Okay, so that's an idea. We're going to take our orange paint and just pour some onto the plate, or pour it all, whatever you want to do. All right, then you're going to take your apple, just kind of spread your paint around, make sure that this part of your apple, the bottom part, half, gets covered in orange, okay? Because that's what we want. We're going to use this to stamp. That's going to make our pumpkin shapes. We're going to take that and we're going to just stamp it just like that. And you may even need to use your hands to push it down really well. Pick it up. You can add more paint if you want. Put it in another spot, stamp it again, pick it up. If you want to add more paint, do it, and make as many pumpkins as you want to make on your paper. So I'm going to make 5, because I like that. That just seems like a good number, okay? 5 pumpkins. And you can even sing a song with 5 pumpkins. I do not know the song off the top of my head, but there is a 5 little pumpkin song. So, what does that, doesn't totally look like pumpkins yet, but we can make it look like pumpkins. Let's start by putting some stems. So while these are painting, we're gonna make some stems with this. Oh, I forgot you need scissors. I'm so sorry. Okay, if your big person wants to help you or get you a pair of scissors, you wanna take this and cut it into little pieces that will be the stems for your pumpkins. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pumpkins. So I wanna make this into 5, I want 5 pieces for stems. So I'm gonna cut 1, oops, that went crazy. 2, 3, oh, that one landed on my pumpkin. 4, 5, oh my goodness, they go all over. Let me see if I can find it. I did, okay. All right, so I have my stems, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. And these will be little leaves for your pumpkins. And it's the same thing. You want to cut these maybe a little bit longer. And we're going to cut 5 of these. But I'm using 2 different color greens. You can use one color green or you can use both of the color greens. That is going to be your choice. So I'm going to use both just because I like both of the colors. I made these, oh, did you see that fly? I made these a little bit longer than my stems. So here's my stem and there's the green thing, the green leaf. The reason I did that is because this is where the pencil or your finger, if your finger's tiny enough, comes in handy. I'm going to take this pencil, I'm going to take this, and I'm going to twirl this around my pencil or your finger if your finger's tiny enough. And right now it's just kind of twirled on there, but I can slip it right off and it's just a little twirly stem. There we go. Now I'm going to do that with all of my green pieces. Okay, so I did that with 1. How many more do I have left? Good counting. That's right, I have 4 more left. So now I'm going to twist them all so that I have 4 twisty little leaves for my pumpkins. And voila, there we go. Once I have that done, I'm going to go ahead and glue those on. So that's where we're going to take our glue. This kind of glue is probably going to work the best. Or if your big person is helping you or doing it, probably doing it because you guys are really little, you could use hot glue because it'll dry a lot faster. I'm just going to use this glue, okay? I'm going to put some glue at the top. Ooh, if my glue wants to work. Do you know sometimes this kind of glue works really well and sometimes it decides I don't want to come out. And right now it's deciding, oh, it wants to come out, but it didn't for a second. All right, I'm going to put a little bit of glue or a lot on each of my pumpkin right at the top because that's where my stems and my leaves are going to go. Okay, so I have a little bit of glue or a lot at the very top. Let me see if we can give you a closer look. This stem is stuck on the orange, so I'm leaving that for now. But look at all that. I put glue at the top. Now I'm going to just put my stem and a leaf, and there we go. 1 on each pumpkin. Each pumpkin gets a leaf and 1 stem. 1 leaf, 1 stem. So 1 green, 1 brown for every pumpkin on my paper. So cute. Now I can take this one off the orange and move it up to the glue. And when this dries, it'll hold on really well. It just takes a little bit of time to dry. But there we go. So now each pumpkin has a stem and a leaf. Now I'd like to give my pumpkins some eyes. So I'm going to give them some eyes. That's where the googly eyes come. And we're going to use our glue again. Let me just put a little bit this time because my glue's going to work good this time. So a little bit of glue on where the eyes are going to go. There we go. 1, 2, because 2 eyes. 1, 2 on each pumpkin. 1 drop, 2 drop, 1 drop, 2 drop. And then we take our googly eyes. Ooh, when we get a little bit of paint on us, and that's okay because that's what's supposed to happen because we're painting. All right, and then we put our little googly eyes on our pumpkins. And we have Oops, I put that one upside down. Okay. And we have a pumpkin craft. All cute and tidy and ready. Maybe not tidy, but that's okay. It doesn't have to be tidy. I ran out of eyes. I didn't give myself enough eyes. What? That's crazy. I need to give myself some more eyes. If you don't have enough eyes at home, when your paint is dry, you can always glue some eyes on. Okay? Or I mean, glue, that's what we're doing right now, silly Miss Penny. You can draw them on. Okay? So you don't have to have googly eyes because you can always draw them. And there, everybody, is pumpkins made from apples. How exciting! Now, this is where you want to put your name on there or have your big person help you, okay? And then maybe look up that 5 Little Pumpkin song because that would be fun to sing. And once it's dry, hang it up and enjoy your pumpkin picture. And if you decide to eat the other half of your apple, have fun doing that too. I will see you guys all later. Goodbye, everybody. Oh, let's do this one last time.